Hi, my friends. It's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me again for another episode of Vlogmas. Um, I hope you are doing well. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, a big welcome back. I'm glad you guys are here for another episode. And again, this one is a Vlogmas episode, so I've got some festive cheer going on. I have my little Christmas tree, some fun little luminaries, and then my little garland here, Advent garland. So very festive, and we'll get into things. I've worked on quite a few projects, of course, my Advent projects, and then I did some spinning with my Melly Knits Advent, so we'll talk about all of that. So I hope you'll stick with me, and at the end we'll go into some fun Christmas traditions that I like to do with my family, and yeah, we'll just get right into it. So I hope you guys have something cozy or cool to drink on. It is very bizarre. It is super cold here. It is 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Um, so it's very, very chilly, and I am drinking an iced beverage. Yes, I realize that's a little strange, but it sounded really good at the moment. I had a piping hot cup of coffee today, like a couple piping hot cups of coffee. So we are doing an iced beverage now, and it is actually an iced chai latte with, um, like, of course, black tea in it. So I might be buzzing, but we're gonna get through it. I'm doing a lot better this week than I was the week prior. I'm not quite as lethargic. I did get some sleep, so that's all good. And we got back from Christmas service. I'm actually recording this on Sunday. Yeah, I'm late. The holidays do throw me for a loop. I tried to be on top of it, but we spend time with family, and that is definitely a priority, and it is so wonderful. And I always look forward to that. And when I get a chance to, we do that, and my recording gets bumped. So that's what happened. That's why I'm recording right now. And you probably aren't going to see this until either today, the 22nd, in the afternoon. Well, actually, evening, because it's 4 o'clock right now. Yeah, 4 o'clock p.m. So you may not see this until tomorrow, which is Monday. I hope you'll see it tonight, but if not, I look forward to catching up with you whenever you're able to watch it. And we will dive right in. So, first of all, we're going to get into the Advents. So as I mentioned before, my Melly Knits Advent, I actually have opened all of the days. So now I'm just spinning on it as I am able. And I did actually finish spinning day 4, or actually day 5. And I'm trying to think if I showed you guys day 4. I did not. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I'm going to show you day 4 as well, because I do not think I showed you. But maybe I did. And if I did, oops. But I'll show you day 4 and 5 of Melly Knits Advent that's spun up at this point. I won't be showing you any more of the unspun, but I'll show you the ones, once it is spun up. So we'll get into that in a minute. First, we'll go with Mint Rain. So Mint Rain's Advent is a sock yarn. It is self-striping, and I got the 50-gram, two 50-gram skeins, so it's split, one skein split in half so that you can knit them simultaneously and they will match. And I absolutely love it. I'm doing my 2 at a time socks. I am pretty much where I need to split for my heel. I need to double check that, but I am really close to it. So, and by splitting for the heel, all I'm doing is putting in it's doing 2 at a time socks. So here's the colorway, by the way. This is the bright side, is the one I got. She had 2 Advents. There was the bright side, and then I think she had the moody side or something. I don't think it was called the dark side of Christmas, but maybe it was. This is the bright side. I do not remember what the other one was called. So there were 12 colors that are different, and then it repeats. So we are starting to do the repeat now. And, or actually, let's see here. Yeah, this was day 12. Okay, so yeah, the repeat was here. So I did start the repeat already, and we're just cruising along, and it's really fun. The colors are very pretty, and yeah, definitely enjoying it. I do like doing a stripe a day. I've been really bad about it. I think I'm on day 17, so I'm definitely behind because today's day 22. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Will I have a completed pair of socks by Christmas? I doubt it. That being said, though, I have some time off from work, so I will probably get a lot more knitting in because I am going to just enjoy it. I do have some things around the house, things I want to get done now that I actually have some time. So I do have other things I need to do as well, other than my fun, my fun knitting. But my goal would be to get these done at least while I'm on break here. So, and by break I took vacation, but my Christmas time off, we'll see if I can get them done. I really am enjoying them. I love the contrast color. It is so beautiful. It's this bright blue, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I like having the two different socks that are striping. And like I said, doing a stripe a day is really motivating. It's a lot of fun if you can keep up with it, which it really isn't that hard. Guys, it really takes me about 15 minutes to do a stripe a day. The thing is I tend to work on my other Advent project, and I'll show you, and you'll see why, because yeah. But I try to do this one too. I try to do this one, especially like at breakfast time. I try to work on this, but I literally only knit like 5 minutes a day at breakfast. So that's why it's kind of taking me a minute to get through, but I'm catching up. I'm getting there. I hope you guys are. If you're working on your socks, I hope you're getting your pair done a lot. I know quite a few individuals that like to do sock knitting for the Advent season. So I hope yours is going well. We'll get into my wool swap Advent. So this is the one I've been working the most diligently on when it comes to like trying to get it done. And I am totally behind. We are not going to pretend that I'm on the exact day I've opened up to this point. Like I've opened the days up to this point, but I am totally behind because there's so much knitting now. So I'm doing the Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart. I'm doing the large version. So the large version is I think it's 52-inch square blanket. So it's gonna be nice and big, which I'm really looking forward to. I like my cozy blankets. And I just opened this one and I did not number it yet. So I'm just gonna number it really quick because like I said, I am behind, and if I don't number it, I won't know which number it is. And I'm trying to just knit them in the order I got them. They are not a fade. These were Robin picked minis that she had that were 10-gram minis, and she sent them to me, and they're so pretty and so fun. And some colors are very unique compared to colors I normally knit with. So it was really fun to explore and see this. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to kind of turn this inside out here to see this, but I think this is the right side. I think here. If I get to my corner, I can tell which one it is. Yeah, this is the right side. All right. So, like I said, Helen Stewart's Habitation Throw. Love this pattern. This is my second one I've made. I made the small version the first time, and then she revamped the pattern and came out with a larger version, which is so amazing because the smaller version is great. It's a nice little throw. I actually have it right over there. There it is. Right there with my Advent I hand dyed from 2 years ago, I think. So we are doing my little wool swap here. So it's in half because I am mid-row, as you can see. That being said, it's so pretty. I love it. So it's so fun. I am on day, golly gee whiz, what day am I on? I don't even know. I am on day 11, or I have done day 11. And when I say I've done it, I am on day 11 still. So, or I should say I've done day 11. So now I'm starting day 12. Because I do about 10 grams of my Odette colorway, which is this gray. And then I do 10 grams of the wool swap colorway that I have. And I'm doing that so that way it's 20 grams because the Advent size large calls for 20-gram skeins. Her smaller one calls for 10 grams, but if you're going to do the larger one, you need 20 grams. But if you don't have 20-gram minis and you have a 10-gram mini, you can still do an Advent of that. That's what I'm doing. So I just grabbed three, about 400-gram. Mine are about 436 yards, I think, for these Odette skeins that I have. And I need about three, not fully three, it's a little under three. And that will get me the full size, like 1,000 something something grams, or 1,000, yeah, 1,000 something something yards of yarn. So you can see this is a decent size right now. this point, I am almost, this would be like this, almost the size of, it's one mini skein away from the size of like the original, like the 10 gram, if you're doing the 10-gram one. So it's a nice little throw. It's a good size. It's a great baby blanket size. This is definitely going to be like what I would call a large baby blanket or a really nice throw blanket, because 52 inches is what it's going to be. But look how fun these colors are. I've not worked with colors, some of these colors before. This really vibrant green. Oh my goodness. This green reminds me quite a bit of Slimer from the movie Ghostbusters. It's so nostalgic. It is neon. And then this is really fun. This is so pretty. The blues, greens, and I love my neutrals. So that one's a lot of fun too. And then this one has lots of fun speckles. This one's called Zebra. Remember, because it definitely looks like a zebra. And then this is beautiful. This is definitely up my alley. And it has some sparkle in it. That one has some stellina. And then some more vibrant neon, like yellow. This one is so fun. It reminds me of caramel corn, but that's not what it is. I cannot remember what the colorway is for that, but that's okay. She wrote down some of them on there, which is really helpful. This is so pretty. This is a self-striping yarn, and I love this. This is the one I just did. Day 11 is so beautiful, and day 12 is right there with it. So this is day 12. I'll show you the colorways that I've opened, and then because I don't think I've showed these to you yet. So here is day 12, Away in the Manger. If I showed you that already, then maybe I did. I just don't remember. So pretty. And this is by Woolerton Estate Yarns. So pretty. And then I've got, this is day 15. Let's see. So that was 12. Let's see if I find 13. It's 14. 13 is Earl Grey Roses by Wool and Women Fibers. This is so pretty. Another fun speckle. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, 14 is, oh, I did show you guys this, I think. Yarn Dye by Robin. I'm pretty sure I showed you this. There's going to be some repeats here. Sorry, guys. I'm pretty sure I showed you this. So pretty. I love it. It's like, it's not exactly neon. It has a beautiful sheen to it. It's 100% superwash merino. Just stunning. And then we've got 15 is Pearl Passion. It's a merino nylon blend, orange rainbow, vibrant orange. Love it. And then we've got, that is 15. So 16 is Biscuit Yarns, Biz Sock, Superwash Merino Nylon. It does not have a colorway with it, but it's really pretty. You can see little speckles of colors in there. So pretty. I love my speckles. It's so soft too. Oof. It's 85% superwash merino. Probably showed you guys that one. So these are the new ones you probably haven't seen, I think. Appaloosa, again, Wool Women Fibers. I love these Wool Women Fibers. I have been debating getting my hands on some Wool Women Fiber minis. And I love it. I love all these minis. They're really pretty. I have loved every single one of them, and this has really helped sway me because I've been curious about them. And I can't remember if they're like you have to buy the little set or if it's like a monthly thing. I have to look into that again. But if anybody knows Wool and Women Fibers, like how that works to get the minis, I really like their minis. They're really pretty. All right, next is, let's see here, 18. Rain City Knits Wasabi. Look how vibrant that is. So pretty. This is a very minty. It's minty, but then it's like kind of spearmint. I'm not sure how to describe this. It's not exactly neon, but it flirts with neon. Okay. And 19 is Regia. This is her first Regia. It's really pretty. I've never worked with Regia, so that's going to be fun. Gorgeous colors. Very vibrant. I love it. Oh, that's beautiful. This will be a really fun one. I'm excited to work with that. Part of me wishes I'd saved some of these for socks or something, but I really wanted to do it. I just really wanted to do a big blanket, and it'll be kind of my remembrance of the swap. So I think it'll be really fun. And then this one is Artful Belle H2O, and it totally fits. It's speckled. It looks like water. It's beautiful. Very, very pretty. Soft pastel blue with some teal. Very pretty. Very refreshing looking. And then 21 is Vicky Brown Designs and Noche, this is really fun. At first glance, it looked like it's gray, but if you look up really close, you can see there's some color in there too, which actually reminds me a lot of like the Aurora Borealis. Very subtle coloring with the dark gray sky. And now we are day 22. Today's colorway is Latte. Again, woolen woven fibers. Love it. It's so stinking soft. Definitely a merino blend. Very pretty. I love my earth tones. Love it, you guys. I love it. I should have held out on all these woolen women's. They would have gone so well together. But I don't want to wait. I kind of wanted to just do it. Sometimes you do. You just want to do all the knitting and knit it in a row and make a really big, cozy, beautiful blanket. You do too, don't you? I know. You should do it. I'm peer pressure, guys. Peer pressure. You should totally make a habitation throw. It is the best thing to make this time of year when you are getting busy, you're getting rushed with things. It is stockinette stitch. Stockinette stitch. It's so wonderful. Actually, technically garter stitch. I say stockinette. It's garter stitch. So you knit on both sides. You don't have to purl. And then there's like an area where you do some lace work. It is such a wonderful pattern. Highly, highly recommend it. Again, this is my second one that I'm making, so that should say something. Don't repeat every pattern. So certainly says something about it, to me at least. Okay, that is my wool swap advent. Now we'll get into True North, my True North spinning. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. You guys, I was one of the lucky few that was able to nab one of Melly Knit's advents for her spinning. I got the True North. If you're new, you might not know this. So the True North unspun. However, she did prep it. So she has prepped the wool. So it's all washed, carded, and it is ready to spin as the moment you get it. You get these little blobs of wool and then you spin them. They're 25-gram blobs. So it is a significant amount of wool. There's 13 blobs at 25 grams. You guys do the math. I am not going to, but it's a decent amount of wool. All right. That being said, I still have to figure out what I want to make with it. So I have a couple ideas. I've mentioned I want to do a shawl possibly. And then I ran into a pattern that I thought was really pretty. So this is called the I Knit a Cowl. I think it's free. Now this does call for bulky weight yarn. So I may have to adjust, like knit more stitches, like cast on more stitches than what's called for, because the yarn is thinner, so no more stitches. But this is not the best picture. I'm pretty sure this was a free pattern, but here you can see it. So it's all bunched up. So what it is a long tube, like a really long tube, and then when you wear it, it condenses, and it has these lace panels. So I think it's pretty much just like a stockinette stitch or a garter stitch. Yeah, I think it's like a garter stitch. It's either garter stitch. I don't know. It's really easy. I mean, the directions, you guys, it's basically, this is just a little information, and the actual pattern directions, it's this long. It's not even a whole page. So really easy pattern, I think, really beginner friendly. If you want to do some lace work, this is probably a very beginner friendly lace work. I haven't done it yet, but and then where the lace is, it folds, and so it makes it all nice and chunky, condensed like this. And I think this would be so pretty with my hand spun from Millie Knits Advent. But again, I do not know. So it calls for about 200 yards in bulky weight, and I would say, I don't think this is a fair assumption because it's not bulky weight. I say this is kind of worsted spun. It's probably sport weight is what I'm spinning. So it's not going to be exactly like 400 yards, but kind of thereabout-ish. I don't know. And I probably will have a decent amount. I just don't really I want to use as much of each skein as possible. I don't want a bunch of extra because I'd like it to be one project that has all of these things in it. However, if I have just a little of each one left, I could probably make a hat out of that. So we'll see. We will see what will happen. Maybe I'll have a cowl and hat that match. Wow, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? It actually kind of excites me, that idea. I might do that. We will see, you guys. We'll see what happens. So this is day 4. It is 110 yards. So I got some decent yardage. And again, it's 24 gram or 25 grams. This is a Rambouillet and Wensleydale mix with alpaca. And it's beautiful. It's Alberta wool. And look how gorgeous that is. So the Wensleydale Rambouillet, I think it was a white, and the alpaca is like a black. It's really pretty. And it's so stinking soft. And I'm getting so much better with my consistency, you guys. Look how good. Look how consistent it's looking. I'm getting better. It takes practice, but I loved that. Like, if you want to improve your spinning, I highly recommend getting an Advent. They are not cheap. Like, this is an investment, of course, as is most fiber that you buy these days. But I have to tell you, doing that really is a great way to practice, because if you have a whole Advent of 13 fluffs and you work on it most of the time, pretty consistently, sort of, kind of. I haven't been terribly consistent, but when I do, I'm getting better. So this, okay, that's a very woolen spun prep, and I actually say it's all woolen spun and woolen spun prep. I do long draw, but this one is very much, if you're trying to do worsted spun, this one would be great for that. So this is my day 5. I end up with 90 yards. This is a Cotswold fleece, and Cotswold is super drapey. Just so you can compare, because I think this is a good idea to show you guys. So this is woolen spun, and this is something that is very woolen spun, very fluffy, very downy wool. There's a little drape, but that's from the Wensleydale. Wensleydale tends to be drapey-er, and alpaca, of course. Now this is alpaca and Cotswold is more of a wavy curly, and look at the drape on that. This is a drapey fleece, and it's so pretty. I did not overspin it. I did not make rope. You guys, I'm getting so much better. The very first fleece, raw fleece I ever purchased and hand spun was a Cotswold, and I spun the living daylights out of it. I like choked it to death, and don't get me wrong, there were spots that were okay, but there were a lot of spots in that Cotswold fleece that were just like rope. So this is huge improvement, very, very soft and super pretty and consistent. I'm getting so much better. I'm so excited. But here you go. I mean, if you want to see the lock, this is the lock. You see how wavy that is? So very drapey, very wavy. Love it. Love it. Okay. So that is for my True North Millie Knits, and a possible pattern is the I Knit a Cowl. Again, I do not know. If I have an obscene, like a really large amount, I might make a shawl. I was thinking about making a cowl, but I don't know. The nice part about this cowl, though, is if I kind of measure it out, I can kind of get an idea of, I mean, because it's a very long tube, you can get some serious yardage in there, and I can probably make a decent sized one. So we will see. We will see. Okay. So Wild in the Woods Advent, this is the Choose Your Own Adventure. I'm almost at the end, so I'm going to kind of splurge to show you guys basically all of it. So next weekend, I will still record an episode, and that one will be the final episode, the final Vlogmas episode, which is exciting, but it's sad. I only do a couple a year, of course, because I only do it on the weekends, but I really enjoy it. I always enjoy watching other Vlogmases, so I'm so grateful that you guys join me. If this is your first time joining me, I hope you stick around and watch my other podcasts. I tend to talk about knitting, spinning, as I mentioned, because I do hand-dyed yarn, and yeah, it's just really fun. And this is just for very fun, festive time. So I'm going to share some of the goodies, the last couple goodies from the Advent, the Wool in the Woods, and I will show you one color. Next week, I will show you the final color that I open on Christmas Day, which will be the middle of the week, of course. And I'm very excited. So here's some of the goodies. Without further ado, there are some fun little vintage stickers. They're so pretty. Very, very pretty. This one, I cannot really read what it says very well, but it's very pretty. And then there were some little candies in there, which are fun. I love my mints. Some little ornaments I need to hang up on my mini tree. Love this little ornament. So sweet. They're all very rustic looking. There's a little bell, acorn bell shape. And then this one, yeah, they're all like little bells. They're really pretty. And this one is a little tree. Again, it's that vintage look to it, very rustic. And let's open our colorway. I'm going to make a bunch of noise. Again, she prints it with some stamps on it. So pretty. I should have cut this open. Got my scissors here. Bear with me. This is day 4 of her yarns, or weekend 4, Sunday 4 of the Advent. The colorway is Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And it is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Let me see here. I tell you what, you guys, I don't know if I want to make a shawl or a sweater with these. I don't think I have enough to make a sweater, but I think I have enough to make a shawl because they're each 50 grams. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my goodness. It smells so sheepy, wonderful. Like fabulous sheepy smell. Just wind this up here to show you guys. This is beautiful. So pretty. Oh, goodness gracious. It's a beautiful blue. It's a really beautiful blue. And I mean, these colors, they're just stunning. Just stunning. She did such a wonderful job. So I don't think, yeah, like I said, I know I don't have enough to make a sweater, but I think, well, I mean, I have some of her yarn up here. Buried in there. I do have some of her other yarn up here, so I could always pull from those as well. I could and make a sweater. Oh, I don't know. I still don't know. I feel so non-committal. Isn't that bad? I'm usually very decisive about things, but I really want to make something special with it. So it'll either be a shawl or maybe a sweater. We will see. We will see. I'm still not certain what this is going to be yet, but I am very excited, and they're so pretty. I love every single color. Wait, here's that one I did last week. Isn't that so pretty? It's starting to get dark now, so I gotta rush it because I did not put my little light on. I wanted the moodiness with all the little twinkle lights behind me. It's starting to get dark though. All right. So, I think that's it for, yeah, for the Advents. So that was really fun. I'd love to hear what Advents you guys are working on. Please share in the comments below, and do make sure that your profile is public. Otherwise, I don't think I can see your comment, or I don't know if you even can comment. I'm not sure. But definitely make sure to do that because I don't want to miss your comments. And I love interacting with you guys. I really do enjoy that. So hope you're doing well and staying healthy, as this time of year people do tend to get more cooties out there in the world and get sick. So I hope you're doing well. So let's talk about some holiday traditions. I love it. So, now that I am married and I've been married for 5 years now, we kind of have our own traditions, a little bit, but then we also have traditions that we do with our families. And I know for my side of the family, some of the traditions that we do is we watch It's a Wonderful Life on Christmas Day. I think I talked about this last year. I'll talk about it again because I do this every year and I love that movie. It's a Wonderful Life is a absolutely wonderful movie. It is an older movie. It is in black and white, and if you want a moving tale of the meaning of basically behind like so many things and appreciating life and appreciating your place in the world and what you bring to the world, it's it's beautiful. So I highly recommend the movie. If you've never seen It's a Wonderful Life, please 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 check it out. It's probably all over on, I don't even know if it's on Hulu or what have you, but definitely check. I know it's got to be out there on other channels. We've purchased it. We have a DVD, so like we can watch it every year no matter what. And it's usually playing on TV this time of year too, if you have like cable or something or satellite dish. It's usually on. The other one that's usually on this time of year, which we also tend to watch Christmas Day. So It's a Wonderful Life, we tend to watch Christmas Eve. That's kind of our tradition. And we many times will, well, we haven't in the past years, but when we were kids growing up, we would do little snacks. So in the evening, we would have some little snacks, primarily like chips and dip. That was kind of a big deal for us. We would get that Dean's. This is not sponsored by any means, but it's like a French onion dip. And we would do French onion dip with our chips, and we would have like, mainly it was Coca-Cola. And I know that's such a kind of a pointing thing this time of year, Coca-Cola bears and all that. But we would get the little um, like vintage glass bottle ones, and we would enjoy that with our chips and dip. As the years went on, it was more like we would prefer a big, like a regular Coke can, you get more in it. So we started doing that, but it's just so much fun, and it's a tradition I haven't done in a long time, but I really did enjoy that. That was really fun, especially growing up when you try to stay up to see Santa and then you go to bed. So that was always really fun. And something we've been doing now that we've gotten older. So when we were younger, we would always do Secret Santa with our siblings. And so what we would do is Christmas Eve, we would all, well, it started off, we would all make something for each other when we were little. And then we would like exchange with each other on Christmas Eve because Santa would bring us all our gifts for the next day. As we got older, then we still exchanged with each other and we would still do it Christmas Eve. But now it's more that we do Secret Santa with the entire family. So we switch with our parents too, and it's a lot of fun. And now we tend to, well, we still could make things for each other, but many times we buy things, but we have a very reasonable limit on what we spend because for us, we, as much as we enjoy giving gifts to each other that are purchased or made, it's really about the time, it's about love and spending time together. And um, I really love that we focus on that and appreciate that, and it's a really special thing. So um, yeah, the older I get, the more I love that those moments we can spend with each other. Yeah, and just a little backstory. I don't want to make this really sad and bring you all down, that's for sure. Um, if you are new to this channel, this would be news to you, but just so you're aware, we have quite a bit of loss in our family, and I know everybody has their levels of loss, that's for sure. Um, but we've had quite a bit of loss in the sense that I lost my brother when he was, well, gosh, it was 2014, so it's been years. But he was very young, and he did pass away unexpectedly. So Christmas time can be quite difficult. The holidays can be difficult. He's not here anymore, and he was one of my younger brothers. So it's really it's hard. So again, when I say that it's very important for me to spend time with my family, and those moments are highly important to me, um, that's because I realize they're fleeting, like how fleeting they truly are, and I really value time um, above all else. And I think I've always felt that way, but as I've gotten older, like I said, I really value time that much more because I realize how extremely rare and precious it truly is. Not only that, but I've also, of course, lost grandparents. I say, of course, because it's very natural that your grandparents pass before you do. Um, and then I've also lost babies. So we have had 4 pregnancy losses, and um, our most recent was in June of this year, and they were twins. So we've lost 5 babies, and it is very difficult. The holidays are very difficult, and but that being said, most days can be quite difficult. Some days are better than others, and every day is different. Every moment is different. Everything is different. I'm having a great day today. Today is a very good day. I've been feeling really good lately, so that's great. Um, I just wanted to share that because, like I said, every moment I wasn't. All of my pregnancies were all um, within the first trimester, so they're called early pregnancy losses, or miscarriage is also the term that's used. And they, like I said, fleeting. I was with them for a very short period of time. So time is extremely precious to me. So if somebody gets to spend time with me, I highly value that. That means so much to me. So as much as I enjoy gifts, and I do enjoy gifts, don't get me wrong, and totally appreciate them, if someone gives me the gift of their time, it means so much to me. So um, yeah, there you go. I'm sorry that got like really, really, really deep and heavy, but that's part of who I am. That's part of my story. And it's not, well, it is sad. It is sad. I know that. And I feel that. That's for sure. Um, it's part of my story. We all have our story. So that's part of my story. And I'm trying to think of anything else because I'd love to end on a nice happy note. But I guess that's my happy note. You know, if you can spend time with those you love, be it your family, your friends that are family, your those that matter most to you. If you can spend, I mean, goodness, 15 minutes, an hour, half hour, whatever it is, grab them, give them a big hug, and enjoy those moments you have with them, because not to put this on a sour, I'm not going to put it on a sour note. Just know that these are moments you should treasure. That's it, right? Like, you should just treasure these moments. It's so, so important. So, yes, I hope you get to. I hope you get to spend time with those you love. I hope you get to spend time with good friends. If you're not able to be with your family, or maybe you don't have close family that are either around you, or who knows what your circumstances are. Everybody has different circumstances. I hope you do find yourself with comfort and joy this Christmas season. And I will leave you with that. I hope you all are doing so well, and I hope I hope you're creating, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And I will catch up with you after Christmas. Take care.